They're ignoring him.
Like, he's in the hardware section of Walmart.
Yeah.
Y'all want to segue into the next one?
We gonna segue into What's the Vibe.
All right, so this week for What's the Vibe, we're gonna be rating Angelic Hoodrat by Kenney Mason. You can kick it off, Trippy.
I love to kick it off, considering I suggested this album. This album was it was a refreshing taste of like experimental and uniqueness, for real. Like, he took a sound that I was used to and evolved it and changed it into something that I hadn't really heard before. He took a lot of influences from people that I know he's influenced from and implemented that into his music, and I think he did it fantastically. My favorite song off the joint is probably Play Ball or Read. Those two joints ride for no apparent reason. I have no lowlights on this album. All I have is like, there are moments where I don't necessarily understand where he's going emotionally, but I understand that he's going somewhere. I just can't necessarily empathize to it, but I realize that he's making a point. For me, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. This is a 4 turn-ups. 4 turn-ups out of 5 for me.
So if y'all unfamiliar with our rating system, what we doing is turn up is on the upside of the album, which we go 5 turn up. Pipe down is basically if you dislike the album, we can go 5 pipe downs, and your most average artist will play the mid section.
NBA Youngboy.
Or the Soulja Boys of the world.
Kentrail and Soulja Boys. Kentrail Draco.
All right, go ahead and give what you think about it, 3 Swords.
Oh, this album was amazing. To me, like a young indie artist, he produced more than half of this album. You know what I'm saying? I mean, solo production on 7 songs and partly product on 2 more. The album was amazing. The sounds were amazing. He had so many different flows. It's incredible. The way that he would venture out and switch his style up was very courageous. I commend him for it. For me, the album was a 5 out of 5 turn-ups.
Who would you say your favorite or worst song was on the album?
My favorite songs would have to be Apartments and Play Ball. I love Apartments for the story he told, and Play Ball, I just love the sound and what he went for. It gave me that old school Madden 06 vibe, you know what I'm saying? Chilling with the homies on the bikes vibe. And I don't think I have a worst song. If I had to throw something, I don't know what it would be. I really don't. I can't think of one off the top of my head.
So I'm definitely rating this album at like a 3 or a 4 turn up. I'd say like a 3.5. For me, my only downplay of the album is the flow of the music. I felt like for a while at the end, I was listening to the outro over and over. But is that a good or is that a bad thing? For me, it's a good thing. So I'm sort of weighed in between. I'm gonna listen to this album a lot more. It's definitely replayable. My favorite song is Apartments and Breathe Again. Actually, Breathe Again is done with Juice WRLD's Girlfriend. So, like I said, I'm at like a 3.5. Anybody else?
I guess I was able to listen to this album with the homies and today earlier in the car with the whole bass experience. This album is like 4.5 to like a 5 on the turn up scale. Titan and Apartments, or just Apartments, I'm sorry. Titan and Apartments are my favorite 2 songs on the album. I love his ability to show range in his craft other than just rapping or I give this a 5.
Just rapping.
Go ahead, Elevation.
I was saying I did a brief listen, and I like the album. I give it 2.5 turn-ups. The production for me was a little off. I didn't really like the way that the album flowed, but the dude, he's very talented. He's got a nice, mix of, he knows what he wants to do with a particular song. I like Pups and what was the other song? Play Ball. Play Ball was a banger because it was kind of got like a rock feel. Kind of reminded me of like XXXTentacion, where he was going before, his life was ended. But I give it a 2.5 turn-ups. But
R.I.P. to GOAT.
Yeah, R.I.P. I think the production could have been a little better. That's what held it back for me. But it was pretty good though.
Not to start to challenge that. Do you think it was just extremely experimental? Because I don't know if I think the production was bad. That was one of the highlights for me. I just think it was he tried a bunch of shit that niggas really wouldn't try.
Well, productions, when I'm talking about production, I'm not talking about from a beat standpoint. I'm talking about from a track flow standpoint. I think that
mixing and mastering.
Yeah. I just think that like he could have put his certain songs in certain other places, but I realized he was trying to tell a story. So I'm not gonna ding him too much for that, but it kind of shows his production experience from putting an album together. But if this is his first, foray into rap, like this dude's gonna have a great career.
Absolutely, and I cannot wait to see what Kenney Mason does in the future. If this is his floor, I can't wait to see what the ceiling is.
No, he said it perfectly. If this is the floor, I can't wait for the ceiling.
Did you guys hear any inspirations in his music? Any artists that he might be inspired by?
Yeah. I got I told y'all, the XXXTentacion vibe is there. The Young Thug is extremely prominent, if you ask me. And he also takes a kin to Juice WRLD in a way. But I think that all of them who take a kin to Juice WRLD, they really got a lot of that shit from Marilyn Manson. Uzi says it himself. Like, they got a lot of that rock shit from Marilyn Manson.
And I will say this about almost any rapper that does this well, Lil Uzi included. I feel like every rapper that has that rock rap sound, that perfect mix between the two, has found that sound that Lil Wayne wanted when he made the Rebirth album. He wanted that sound, but he didn't have it then. These artists has found it, and they're bringing new light to the rap game with it.
Also, his visuals take you there with them songs, bro. What did y'all think about some of the visuals that he's got, such as his music videos and stuff like that?
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. It gave me, like, me and my homies could have shot this vibes, like, a lot. Like, give me an iPhone 13 and then a motherfucking couple of bikes. I could have did that, but that's not to knock it. That's really to big it up. Like, a minimalist approach for a lot of for music videos and me is usually better. Like, a grandiose video is great. I love it. Like, you spent a lot of money, your budget was crazy. But I have a respect for the gritty and the grime of you and just your niggas in your neighborhood recording on an iPhone or on a stabilizer. Like, I have a respect for that. So the videos was great for me.
I don't remember what video that was, but the one with the bikes definitely take you back in the day with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, riding around with the homies and going to the park to smoke up real quick. Yeah, that play ball, that definitely took me back.
Straight Cali vibes.
Yeah, watching the play ball video and hearing it, it took me back to when I was like in the 90s when I was riding around bicycles around my friend's neighborhood. It was absolute complete vibe and the perfect video for that song.
Play ball actually gave me more of a Nirvana feel than anything. It kind of reminded me of those grunge videos you would watch back in the day with like grunge rock bands that were coming up and they was like broke, but they just did with what they could. And I really like his artistic style, his sensibilities.
Most definitely. I love the Play Ball video a lot. Like I said, the song already gave me Madden 06 vibes. Just that old school chilling.
Denny Slayer with the Randy Moss jersey.
With the Randy Moss jersey, he on the bleachers. Like it gave me the whole vibe for it, man, for real. And I know this song wasn't on the album, but his hit video, like that, the camera work, amazing, story, amazing. This dude, watch out for this dude, man.
All right, so
go
ahead, Trippy, go ahead.
And we gonna slide into the next segment here.
Must bid you adieu, goodbye, mwah, and good night. Oh my God, it's so great. Bang! Yes!
VOV Productions.